What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today we've got this 2002 YZ125. If you're a real OG on the channel, this is the second time this bike's been on here. And I owned it a year ago, sold it running perfectly. Bought it a year later, it blew up. You can see it wasn't even nothing severely catastrophic, just the rings kind of got fried and the old cylinder got scored up. So if you don't know, right now with all this COVID stuff, it is so hard to get your cylinder replated. It's not even worth it. You have to wait 4 to 6 weeks, and it's like $300 right around there without shipping involved. You got to ship them out to like Wisconsin and all those further places. So we have to rebuild this top end here. I got the bike probably about a week ago. We already got all the parts in for it. I got a brand new Athena cylinder. It's, I mean, the best thing that you can get other than OEM for this bike. Got a new piston. You got to get the Athena gaskets if you want to run the Athena cylinder. We got all the other parts for it right here. And yeah, let's get a little garage overview. Here's a 2014 CRF 250R. I'm gonna have to work on it a little more. Here's the 150R. I just keep procrastinating with those forks. Here's my new YZ125. 2018. Nothing crazy. It's super dirty, and I'm gonna need to throw in a top end on it. So I'll do a step-by-step tutorial on how to rebuild a top end on one of these bikes, but you can see it'll probably start up. It ain't a bad little bike. Then we got this YZ250, the $500 one. She's looking pretty mint. Back there we got my 250X. And I think that's right about all of the big bikes that I've got right now. We still got a couple small bikes, but it's nothing crazy. If we go here, I think this is where all the top end, yeah. He had a shop disassemble the bike for him. The guy bought it off. 1 second. Alrighty, so that shop already went ahead, vapor honed everything, the whole head, power valve covers, everything. It's gonna look brand new. All the power valves are pretty much brand new condition now. And yeah, we gotta get this cylinder out here. Brand new, not used or nothing. We'll see. We need to transfer all the studs over, all the power valves onto this cylinder right here, and then throw piston in it, get all that good stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get on this side right here. Start by removing the circlip on this side, if we can. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, she's coming right on out. There we go. Got the circlip out. We're gonna throw it right down there. Now we should be able to push the wrist pin out on this end. Got the wrist pin out, and we've got our piston off. The old one, all good to go. Looks like it's like a Wiseco or something. It's not OEM for sure. So you can see overheated a little bit on that intake side and overheated a bunch on this exhaust side. So oh, you could run it, but I'm not going to. And we've got our wrist pin bearing right here, which we are going to reuse because it's perfectly good to go. So now what we need to do is get the old piston and throw her back on. Alrighty, so we're gonna want to get some 2-stroke oil to use as assembly lube pretty much, just to make sure everything's nice and greased up in here. We don't want to have bearings flying everywhere. We've got the new piston. We've got a single circlip on one side. That way we don't have to put two in. Saves us a little bit of time. We can hold these right here. Set your piston down right there. Get this 2-stroke oil. Lube up this wrist pin. She's good to go. Right there. Always point your arrow facing towards the exhaust. Doesn't matter what bike you're running, face it towards the exhaust if it's got an arrow on the piston. We got that in. Boom. Now we just need to throw a circlip on this other side. We'll get us a clean rag right here. Wrap it around, make sure we don't get nothing in our bottom end, especially with these circlips. Other than that, it's pretty hard to mess up. You want to make sure your circlip is 100% seated. And this one is. So now we can get a rag out. You can see no play, up, down. Crank is in great shape. Now we need to throw in our rings for the bike. We got brand new ones. Now with the rings, you're gonna want the letters facing up. You can see right here, there's a little R. That'll go facing up. Now we're gonna need to throw the whole power valve assembly back together. Probably gonna do this off camera because I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video to see exactly how it goes together. Alrighty guys, so we got the whole cylinder, all the power valves put in, everything's nice and smooth in there. We lubed up the piston a little bit, lubed up the cylinder. This should just slide right on, just like this. Yep. Money. Yep, fit it right on. Now we need 4 bolts or 4 nuts on the cylinder down here. I'll get the torque specs in a minute. Nice and snug is all we need for now. Alright, so now we need to throw on these 2 top end gasket O-rings, which should fit. If they don't, then we've got an issue. Alrighty guys, so we got the head on. Those gaskets were the right size. You just really had to work them in there. Make sure. I had to use 2 new little head bolts right here, nuts with new washers, because I can't find them with the stuff they gave me. But if you put your finger over the spark plug hole, it's got great compression. I'm gonna throw a brand new spark plug in there. I've got one right here. It's a BR8 NKG one. We're gonna throw that on, throw the exhaust pipe on, throw this cover on, and then throw the radiators, throw some coolant in there. Should be good to go. Hopefully, we'll see. Alrighty guys, so the rebuild is finished. We're gonna hook up the gas line and see how many kicks it takes to get started. Alright, gas is on, choke is on. Let's see, first kick wouldn't be bad, but I'm kind of doubtful. Let's get some of this gas in there. not sure if it's getting spark. Kind of sounds like it isn't. So let's pull off the spark plug, we'll check, make sure. Also wouldn't be bad to check the oil, make sure everything's all good in there. Alright, so I just checked for spark. It does have spark. I don't want to start it up yet. I want to make sure there's oil, so I'm taking off this oil cap right here, the bottom drain bolt, just to make sure. Well, there's oil in it, but she's due to be changed. Kind of, not really. But I'd rather be safe than sorry, not run a fresh rebuild with no oil in it. So I'll throw some new oil in there. You can see, I guess, a little bit of clutch in there. So that's not the best, but it's better than no oil. And I'll put some fresh oil in here. She'll be good to go. We'll see if I can actually start it up, because that time I was kicking with these shoes, you can see it goes right through them. So if I think if I throw my motocross boots on, they'll be minty and good to go. So yeah, let's see what we can do with this thing. Hopefully I can sell it sometime soon. Might swap out this Pro Circuit pipe with this FMF pipe or something. Not sure. We'll see. Alright, so this is going to be the official first startup on the bike. We know there's oil in there. We know it's got gas. We know it's got spark. So the only thing left that we're supposed to know is if it runs. If it starts that first kick, I will be surprised. Well, backfired.